living in a world now where there's so much competition and there's so much comparison. And I believe the reason for that is because most of us haven't fully come to understand that before you came into this world, God already had a plan for your life. He already had a purpose for your life. Because, God says to Jeremiah that when you were still in your mother's womb, I knew you and I called you and I ordained you a prophet. And that statement doesn't apply to Jeremiah only, but it applies to all of us. God already ordained us for what we are to become here on this earth. So we are not here on this earth trying to figure our way out, but we are on this earth to do that which God has already ordained for us to do. When we read in our Bibles in John chapter 1, it gives us a record of how some of the disciples met Jesus for the first time. And these first two disciples that actually met Jesus, one of them happened to be Andrew, who happened to be Simon's brother, Simon, who happened to end up being the chief apostle. It's quite interesting because Andrew was the one who actually met Jesus first. And then after he had met Jesus, he went and then he called Simon and then he said to him, come and meet the Messiah because we have met him. And then he's the one who actually brought Simon to Jesus. And immediately when Jesus saw Simon, he changed his name from Simon to Peter or Cephas. So, it's quite interesting because you would think that because it was Andrew who got there first, you would think that he is the one who would get that position of being the chief apostle because he's the one who got to know about Jesus first. But then that's not how the things of God work. It doesn't matter who got there first. It doesn't matter who seems to be ahead of you because what God has for you is for you. And sometimes you may think that you are behind and everyone else is going in front of you. Believe me, whatever it is that God has ordained for you, nobody else can take it because here's the thing about the blessings of God. The blessings of God are tailor-made and he will not take what he has meant for you and give it to someone else.